Again, welcome everyone to our webinar, Maximizing Multilingual Teamwork with Modern Translation Tools. It's a pleasure to have all of you here today. In this session, we'll be exploring the exciting world of collaborating with teams in multiple languages and how modern translation tools can revolutionize your team's workflow. My name is Alex Sovereign, and I've been with iSpring for the last 3 years, and I will be your host during this webinar. Throughout our time together, we'll discover the advantages and challenges of working with multilingual teams, techniques for seamless communication across language barriers using features in iSpring Suite and iSpring Learn, a step-by-step demo of how to translate courses using iSpring tools, best practices for delivering translated content to different departments effectively. We'll also be showcasing some innovative translation tools that are reshaping the way teams collaborate across languages. By the end of the webinar, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and tools you need to maximize the effectiveness of your multilingual teamwork. So let's dive in. Before we start our exploration of maximizing multilingual teamwork, let's gauge where everyone stands. Are you currently using translation tools in your team workflow for multilingual content, or is this a new area for you? Please select the option that best fits your situation and send the number of the answer to the web chat. I'll give you some time to answer. Let me also note that by translation tools, I mean tools that assist in translating your courses and materials either automatically or manually, such as SmartGet or Crowdin. We'll talk more about that at the end of the session. And now let's see what you answered. Chris, can you help me with reading our audience responses, please?
Of course, I'm here for you. I do see that we have already received several answers in the chat directly. And I also see that now we've started the poll that is collecting and gathering the responses. But I can say that around half of the respondents do not use translation tools. And I actually expected that would be a bit more. But I would say, let's see, right now it's 52% are already using them or exploring them. So I'd say we have 50-50. But that doesn't mean that if people are not using those tools, that they might not be interested in them tomorrow, right?
Right. But it's still wonderful to see how many of you are already embracing translation tools. And for those who are still exploring or haven't begun, don't worry. This webinar will provide valuable insights to help you navigate and enhance your multilingual teamwork. All right, let's get started. Before we jump into the content, let's take a moment to discuss why effective teamwork across languages is crucial. A 2021 Harvard Business Review study called How Cultural Differences Impact Global Teams found that teams benefit from having members from diverse backgrounds, including different countries with varying institutions, systems, and languages. This diversity brings a wide range of perspectives and experiences, which enhances creativity, decision-making, and problem-solving, especially for difficult tasks needing innovative solutions. The variety of viewpoints leads to more ideas and ultimately better outcomes. The business world has embraced the power of remote work, right? When we communicate effectively across languages, we're not just streamlining processes, we're tapping into the wealth of knowledge and creativity. This diversity of educational backgrounds and trainings enriches our problem-solving abilities and fuels innovations. Global companies thrive because of a sense of unity and inclusivity across global teams. Clear communication company-wide can boost morale and efficiency beyond physical boundaries. So, we've spoken about the advantages of collaboration across languages, but let's get into some of the challenges. Collaborating across multilingual teams in e-learning certainly has its challenges. One biggie, translating and rebuilding courses takes time. It's not just swapping words, it's about keeping the message clear and true in every language. That can really slow things down. And then there is the struggle of assigning courses to everyone in every language. Instead of one course for all, it's like juggling a bunch of different versions, right? If various teams in a company speak 3 languages or more, it's extremely unlikely that any person can ensure all content is 100% correct and consistent across languages. Language barriers can absolutely hinder productivity and communication. L&D resources are limited, and working in multiple languages can easily stretch them thinner. Misunderstandings can easily crop up, slowing down progress and causing frustration. Ideally, we'd all be working with limitless budgets for translation and even localization. For those who need a refresher, translation is converting text from one language to another while maintaining its meaning. Localization involves adapting content, not just linguistically, but also culturally, to suit the target audience's norms and preferences. Don't despair. The good news is that it's not impossible to create content that resonates across languages. Companies with limited resources simply need to find innovative solutions to bridge language gaps, and fortunately, we know few. Let's do a quick poll. How does your company handle communication, training, and collaboration across multilingual teams? Just select the answer and send its number to the web chat. And again, Chris, if you can help me with reading our audience's responses, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Sure. Right. I love your third option, though. Good. We are still collecting the results because we have a little delay between our Zoom conference and the live streaming on YouTube, but we can obviously see the trend that about half, a bit more than half of our respondents translate as needed. So choosing option number 1, and then the rest either rely on interpretive dance, about a third or so, and then the rest would just localize for every team. Around 18% would do so. So clearly see the trend that, yeah, more than a half translate as needed.
Awesome. I'm super excited. I think it's so cool that some of you are able to localize content.
Right.
I'd like to share some tips on how we at iSpring streamline work across various languages. When working with teams that speak different languages, it's super important to make sure everyone gets info in a language they understand. Seems obvious, right? But it can get tricky with limited resources for learning and development. Ideally, we translate most stuff, even onboarding materials, either in-house or by hiring translators. If something urgent isn't translated, using Google Translate could work in a pinch, but it's not great for Asian languages. For example, to help out, we've got multilingual team leads who can translate and send important messages via email. And if there is an event in a language not everyone gets, we set up separate chats with an L&D pro to explain and give clear instructions. Same goes for teams at different time zones. Like if our India crew feels out of loop with US events, we make sure they're getting the support and info that they need. Don't forget, content in one language might take more space than in another. For instance, the same content in 2 training courses might look different on a slide or in an authoring tools. To avoid layout issues, plan for text expansion. Leave extra space on slides or choose a smaller font size for your e-learning platform. To ensure a smooth transition, consider these tips for creating a translation-friendly course. First, avoid cultural references, slang, or jokes that may not translate well and could potentially offend. Develop a glossary for specialized terms to assist translators in selecting appropriate translations. Utilize variables instead of embedding text directly. This allows for easy translation without the need to replace images or animations in the course. Don't forget to translate multimedia elements when exporting your courses as an XCLIF file. Text is included in the file, but other e-learning assets like images, videos, closed captions, handouts, and audio narrations require separate translation. Here's a tip, bro. If your learning tool includes a text-to-speech feature, translating audio narrations become much easier and more convenient. Simply type the translated narration into the text-to-speech box to generate high-quality audio with a natural sounding voice. This all sounds great, but there is a lot of work involved, don't you think? In order to somewhat automate localization and translation in our courses, we can use different systems. For example, iSpring. Let's take a look at how it works. By using iSpring and some compatible tools, we're able to easily and accurately translate courses, change player language, and customize button texts, create a single test with various selectable languages, and more. You can see iSpring Suite on your screens right now. For those of you who don't know, iSpring Suite is an e-learning authoring tool designed to easily create interactive courses and presentations. It offers features like quizzes, interactions, simulations, and multimedia integration, making it a comprehensive solution for enhancing learning experiences. We'll do a live demo in a bit, but for now, let's take a look at how iSpring Suite handles a course translation. To really get the most of translating a course, you'll want to combine iSpring Suite with a translation management system. A TMS is a software application designed to streamline and automate the translation process. It uses advanced technologies like machine translation and translation memories to enhance efficiency and accuracy. Most authoring tools, including iSpring Suite, enable you to extract course content into XClif. XClif is a file format that simplifies data transfer between different software. For streamlined translation, iSpring Suite offers the XClif export feature to optimize the process and divides it into 3 simple steps. Let's see how the course translation works with iSpring Suite. Using our authoring tool, you can translate not only slide courses, but also quizzes, interactions, and interactive role plays. Let's take a look at how to translate a quiz with iSpring Suite. Here is our completed quiz, open in iSpring Suite Max. Our first step is to export the original text for translation. To do that, go ahead and click that translation over here, then select Export Text. You need to choose the language that your existing quiz is written in. Then click Export. Select where you want the file to store and save. This file will contain all of the text that was in your quiz. Okay, now it's time to translate the text. To do this, upload your document to a translation management platform such as Crowdin, SmartCat, or Localazy. The translation process is fairly similar on all platforms. Let's use Crowdin to translate a text as an example. After you signed in, create a project to work with your existing text by selecting the plus button over here. Next, name your project, choose a source language, and select the target language. Then choose Create Project. Now upload the file with the text from iSpring Suite Max. Then click on the Home button, select the language you want to translate your text to, and click on it. Now you see a translation bar. Add a translation for each question, answer, and buttons from your text. If you translate a large volume of text, you can use suggestions given by the translator generator down here. Click on Save and move on to the next phrase. Once you've finished with all the phrases, click on the Focus menu button. Finally, download your translation here. Okay, it's time to bring your translation back into iSpring Suite Max. To do this, choose Translation, then click on Import Text. You'll get a warning that the current text will be replaced with a translation, so if you need the original text, make a copy first. Now choose a file with a translation on your computer and click on Import. And there you go, your original text has been all replaced with a translation. How easy was that? And that's how to translate quizzes using iSpring Suite Max. With iSpring Suite Max, you can also take advantage of the text-to-speech feature available in more than 50 languages, offering authentic voices and natural intonations. This eliminates the need to hire voice actors for multilingual projects, saving both time and money while ensuring engaging narration for your audience. Let's go over what this is and check some best practices for using voiceovers in your e-learning courses. You can use voiceovers to enhance interactive content like role plays, quizzes, and interactions. You can provide spoken feedback in quizzes when your learners are choosing correct or incorrect answers, or you can add narrations to your role plays. You can also offer like flexible options to take your course. Learners have different preferences when it comes to taking courses, right? Some learners prefer just listening to a course. Some learners prefer visual content. You can provide your learners with different options to take your course. Text-to-speech technology can make the content more accessible to learners with visual impairments, or those who want better from listening than reading. If you're teaching a language, you can use voiceovers to provide your learners with pronunciation of words. The text-to-speech feature in iSpring Suite Max allows you to change even the stress in a word. So voiceovers are very, very useful in such courses. Let's see how it works in practice. Let's have a look how it looks in our authoring tool. To add a voiceover, I'll need to click on Manage Narrations. Then I click on Audio and go to Text-to-Speech. So right from here, to start with, you can see all those languages that we support and all those natural sounding voices. And by natural sounding, we mean you can hear them breathing. They're making stops just like humans do. So you insert text from your notes or simply copy paste, just like I've done over here. You can use an editor to make sure they pronounce everything correctly for you. So like abbreviation or measurement units, right? And additionally, if you want them to emphasize some words for you, you can do that as well. So right now, simply click Insert and choose a slide you want to add it to. So right now, this audio narration can be played automatically. Okay, let's move forward. The custom character feature in iSpring Suite offers a simple way to localize your course presentations to make them more culturally sensitive. You can adapt a character's appearance to the cultural norms and expectations of your audience for a more organic learning experience. Custom characters can be designed to convey emotions and expressions that help learners better connect with the content. Appealing to emotions makes content more relatable and memorable, and therefore increases engagement. Custom characters can be designed in a number of ways. They can represent the learner, making the experience feel more personal and relevant. For example, a character might have the same hair color as a learner or wear the similar clothes. This can make the experience feel more tailored to the individual learner. I'll show you how easily this is. Let's customize a character. I'm going back to iSpring Suite 11 tab, right in my PowerPoint, and going to the content library right now. I'm clicking on characters. Right from here, Fox, you can actually see we have many preloaded characters. All of them will have, those different gestures and emotions, which will make your presentation more human-like. But we have actually more than 90,000 presets. But let's create a custom character first. So to do that, I would click on Create a Character. Let's, for instance, choose this guy right there. I can actually preview his poses, so just to see what I can do with that later. And then I can start modifying. So let's start with the hair. How about this one, for instance? Oh, this. Additionally, I can choose the glasses or maybe facial hair. Why not? How about my mustache? Boom, it's right there. I can choose clothes, choose the color of them. I can choose the bottom. How about those trousers? We'll change the colors really quick. And those shoes look fantastic. But my favorite part is using this little tab, one piece tab. So boom, all good to go. I can choose accessories like glasses. I can additionally add a mask if I want to. I would click next. And then I can name the character. Save character. And let's see how easy it is to add this character to one of my slides. Click Add to Slide. And the character appears right here. Right now, I can enlarge and later crop the image. And I think it's actually a piece of cake to add those, create and add those characters to your presentations. Let's move forward, Fox. So let's move on to changing the iSpring Suite player language. Let's say you have a presentation for a French-speaking audience and you want learners to be able to navigate the presentation in their own language. You can easily select French from the available languages and voila, this language of the player can match the language of the content of your presentation. You can also choose presets to change the language of buttons and player messages. Let's take a look really quick. So let's move on and take a look how you can easily do that. So I'm going to the player. So this is where I can start modifying everything. I'll go to the text tab, which is right here. And there you can actually see all those preloaded languages. So if I want to switch it to Spanish, all those buttons in the presentation switch to Spanish. It can be French, even Dutch or Polish, or even Chinese. And to crown it all, we allow you to modify the text buttons. So people go back to English and let's see, I can even modify. So instead of next, I can type in forward. Don't forget to click apply and close. Boom. And it's right there. Let's have a look at the next slide. So let's have a look at another product, another iSpring product, iSpring Learning Management System, or iSpring Learn LMS. So iSpring Learn is our user-friendly cloud-based learning management system designed to simplify online training. You can easily create and deliver engaging e-learning content, manage learners efficiently, and track progress effectively. It's a perfect solution for remote training, making learning management hassle-free for your team. iSpring Learn currently includes 28 languages to simplify the tasks in your multilingual team. So you can choose between English, obviously, and traditional Chinese, French, Polish, Danish, and many more. So there is a very good chance that we'll get you covered. To help you stay organized, you can select a language for every department in your company. This way, there is no confusion between departments. Let me quickly open my iSpring Learn account, which is right here. And to change the default language, I will go to the settings. I'm right in my admin portal right now. I would go to additional options. Languages right there on the bottom. So right now, for instance, let's pick up French. I can make this language to be the default language for, let's have a look really quick. Either, of course, for the entire company or for some of the departments that we have. So if I click apply, I can apply it to several departments or sub-departments. And on top of that, we additionally allow learners right in the user portal to change the language of the learning management system. So let's say if I want to switch my learning management system to Danish, I can easily do that. And next time I log in, the entire LMS would be in another language. Let's move forward. If you want to go a step further, here is something awesome. Using automatic enrollments may sound complex, but it's totally easy and worth it for multilingual teams. Let's say your headquarters are in England, but you've got satellite offices in Indonesia and France. You can auto-assign courses in each language, so you don't have to think about converting courses every time. Imagine how much time and energy that can save. Let me show you really quick how you can do that. I'm going back to the learning management system, going to the learning content. Then I pick one of those pre-made courses that we have here. As a fire safety course, I click on Edit, click on Availability, tab right here, and this is where I can create those fantastic automatic enrollment rules. So I can have this course assigned to QA branch office. Click Apply. Then I can give it to a group of people, let's say heads of departments. So in this case, maybe sales interns. I click Save right now. So as soon as a rule is activated, all newly enrolled learners will receive notification that they've been added to the course automatically and in their own language. And just like that, you have just tailored the training to meet the diverse language needs of your global team. You've set up automatic enrollments in iSpring Learning Management System, streamlining the training process right from the start. There are, just some of the features in Suite and Learn LMS you can use to accommodate multilingual teams. We don't want to overwhelm you. Folks, please remember, you can use different LMSs to do some of the things we did today. We're showing you how to do it with iSpring tools, not just because it's familiar. Multilingual implementation is not an afterthought for us. At iSpring, diversity is not a buzzword, some problem to solve or some box to check. It's our greatest strength. We're not just showcasing you how to use iSpring tools, we're celebrating our philosophy, deeply ingrained within our company. iSpring is the multilingual inclusive platform because we are a truly multilingual company that uses our own tools every day to streamline work across multiple languages, countries, and philosophies. iSpring is a united team made out of people from all over the globe, and we're proud to serve people from all backgrounds and all education levels. You don't need to be an expert to use our solutions. We meet you where you are. You can absolutely choose other products. That's fine. And some will do a fine job. But if you're working with multilingual teams, consider choosing solutions that are purpose-built to easily serve teams across languages. by a team that embraces multilingual challenges and constantly designs products from the ground up to harness the strength of global perspectives. Well, we think we covered a lot today, right? I hope that you feel like you have a better understanding of how to use some of these tools to streamline work with multilingual tools and other teams. Now we'll move on to our Q&A session. I'm ready for your questions.
Right. Thank you so much, Alex. I feel that it was very, very intensive. I hope that you feel okay and now have a chance to relax a little bit, because we've had a lot of little comments and discussions in the chat. And honestly speaking, most of the questions, they were already answered by iSpring team members. So I should say that I actually would like to ask a question on my own, if you don't mind, because
No, go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm very passionate about that topic. And actually, your iSpring friends, they've already done a big part of the job, so they've covered for you. That's a great teamwork. You have your back covered. So I just want to ask about the voiceovers, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so the voiceovers, do they have to be in the same language as the text on the slide? Because like from my experience, I do work with some multilingual teams, and sometimes there is this request that, it's fine for us to have subtitles in one language, but the voiceover should be in different, because for different people, reading and listening capacity is different. And so, yeah, I just wanted to clarify this.
I love your question, Chris. Thank you so much. The correct answer would be our tool will let you easily have the entire presentation, let's say in English, CC's, closed captions, right? Can be in Spanish, and the voiceovers can be in French. So those voiceovers do not even need to be in the same language as the text of the slide.
All right, that's super. Glad to hear that. And maybe just as a final question on my side, we've already heard about the localization guide that is covering a lot of the things that you've been mentioning today, but obviously you've been giving more insightful information and gave us more examples. Maybe you could also just share some other resources, or let's say, where can we grab some ideas and insights about building those multilingual courses more? Because we've heard a lot of people are thinking, but still have not had this experience.
Awesome. Great question too, Chris. I'll put it this way, Fox. iSpring invites all of you to our weekly webinars that anyone can attend. That's where we share our own knowledge and expertise. So feel free, additionally, check our blog, our LinkedIn account, obviously, and our YouTube channel.
All right, that's super. Thank you, Alex. I feel now very sad that I have never been attending your webinars, because, yeah, I mean, this kind of content is very helpful for my job, and I'm sure for the professional equipment of many other people in the room. So I look forward to getting some more comments in the chat. Let us know what idea or specific explanation of Alex was the most helpful to you. There we have a little question, a follow-up on that. When are those weekly webinars? Alex, can you answer that question, or should we ask our technical team?
Technical support will assist you better with this,
Right.
but we have them on a weekly basis. So this is where we invite product matter experts and instructional designers. So this is how we share our expertise and knowledge.
Yeah, super. All right, great. And I'll definitely now finalize, because I understand it might be quite tiring to be the last speaker, waiting and building up on all those expectations. So Alex, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you at weekly webinars and at some other events. Thank you again.
Have a great productive day, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See ya.